Hey all, this is Elf Keys. How y'all doing? You all may not remember me, but I was around last Christmas or Christmas before, and I am here on Rick Keys Music Caravan, Christmas Country. And Rick Keys gave me a second chance because I've been working so hard. I've actually Santa Keys likes me again, and he actually gave me my hat back as the head elf. Let me see if that works. Oh yeah, there it is. Ho ho ho! Oh oh. Oh, so I finally got it to work. So this is Elf Keys, and yeah, I was in a bit of trouble with Santa Keys because trying to get my own show. I did mention during the COVID years that Santa and Mrs. Keys had COVID, and that caused me to actually be removed from the Good Elk squad. And he took away my hat. However, he did give me the hat back because I've been very good to Santa for the last year or so. Actually, I've been kissing Santa's ass. But so anyway, he has put me back into the realm of the lead elf, Elf Keys. So we are going to start out the show with some holiday music, being Christmas time. So we've got a brand new one from a gentleman named Tony Holiday. Rick Key said he saw him at Coomber's Craft Line in Oside, California. Oh, by the way, Rick Keys did tell me if I wanted to be on the show that I had to put a mask on and mask up. So I've done that. Hopefully, I'm safe with everyone and COVID. So Tony Holiday, he's got a new release called Motel Mississippi, and some good music on there. Rick Keys actually saw him at, well, I already said that, Coomber's Craft Line. Okay, so there's the holiday music. And actually, I have another Tony Holiday. So it is holiday music. And one more holiday music, Tony Holiday. So, anyway, also, we've got some Christmas music coming up. That's why I'm here. Elf Keys, Christmas music. And one of my favorite songs is on here. I think it's called Mrs. Fogarty's Fruitcake. And there's that one. The jig is up. Actually, the jig is up. This isn't Elf Keys. Elf Keys is still suspended. And it's actually Rick Keys wearing Elf Keys' old hat that was taken from him because he was a bad elf. So, anyway, yes, this is Rick Keys. I was just jiving with you. So anyway, that is what is going to be played to start the show. Holiday, Tony Holiday's music, and the jig is up. The jig is up. It was really me all the time. Looks like my ears are gone awry. Let's see if that works again. Oh, what do you know? Noel, Noel, Noel. It's Christmas time at Rick Keys Music Caravan. Ho ho, isn't that funny? Normally, when I try to press that button, it never works, and now all of a sudden it's working all the time. So you got to hear that twice. So this is Rick Keys Music Caravan, and it is a Rick Keys country Christmas. Not sure what country you're in anymore under the current president, but anyway, we'll figure that out sometime before next November. So anyway, here's Roots Music Report charts. These are songs that are on the current, well, actually last week's RMR chart. So we're going to start off with this one, Misty Blues, Outside the Lines. You actually heard Outside the Lines recently because I played it on part one of the show because Misty Blues is released, made it to Rick Key's top 2023 blues albums. Actually, I had to take the green mask off. It's like getting hot in here. All right, at number 33, we got Cassius King and the Downtown Rulers. See that? That's on the RMR chart. And if you don't know what RMR chart is, think Roots Music Report chart. So it's the top albums that are played by DJs and radio stations and internationally known on-air personalities like myself or T. So Noel. If you don't like me, then go to okay. Let's continue here. At number 31, we got Bob Cordatori and Friends. It's been in the charts almost all year, doing pretty well. Here's another one that made it to my Rick Key's Music Caravan top blues albums for 2023, and that would be Eddie 9B. So if you scroll down, there's a way to like listen to this. Scroll down. This is the current show, this week's show. So if you go down, you can actually find Eddie 9B, where I played almost all his songs 1 week. So he made it to the Rick Key's Music Caravan top 2023. Here's some that's kind of a lot of great songs on here. Not sure if it's going to make it, but a lot of great songs. Guitar Jack Wargo, The New Normal. So that's the title track, and we're not going to hear that. We're going to play another song from this. But The New Normal, I wish we had the old normal back. It was at least somewhat normal. Even during COVID, it was somewhat normal. Now it's like totally out of control. We won't mention the president or the party, but that's The New Normal by Guitar Jack Wargo at number 23. At number 15, Sue Foley. She has a new release, Live in Austin. I guess she killed him in Austin the night she played. So, Live in Austin, Sue Foley. At number 14, this one actually was just played on part one of the Rick Key's Music Caravan show. Selwyn Birchwood, Alligator Record Label's release Exorcist, has made it to the Rick Key's Music Caravan Top 2023, and it is currently number 14. So you say, Rick, you don't know what you're talking about as far as music. Well, how come a lot of the stuff I've chosen to be top on my list are still on the list? That shows that I'm pretty darn smart. But not smart enough. Oh! I was going to say, not smart enough to turn the button on. All right, so anyway, more Christmas music. And we've got Emma Wilson from England. Her release is number 12, Memphis Calling. Okay, don't know how to shut it off, sorry. Here's some more Christmas music I think you're going to like. This is actually one of the super best fun Christmas releases I've ever heard. Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks, Crazy for Christmas. So that's that one. Unfortunately, Dan Hicks passed away, but I actually, Rick Key's, saw this show, Crazy for Christmas, at Belly Up in Solana Beach. Lucky man, that Rick Key's. This one was also not on part one, but it's on a playlist further down as you go down. The Nick Moss Band made it to the Rick Key's Music Caravan Top 2023 releases, and they are currently at number 9. So you see how that kind of goes. Rick Key's chooses them on the show, and they're still in the top. All right, speaking of top, we got Kingfish, and Kingfish is at number 6 with Live in London. I understand Kingfish slaughtered them in London, so really good music on that one. Number 5 is Mitch Woods. You're going to hear 2 songs because this is a double release. See that? And I actually got that from Mitch Woods. He signed it. And he was at Coomber's Craft Wine in Osai, California. And we saw him signed it for Rick. That is at number 5 on the RMR chart. Last but not least, we've got Coco Montoya. He's got a Christmas song on here I think you're really going to like. 3 Wise Men or 3 something, but that's it. So this is Rick Keys. Rick Keys Music Caravan. See that, Rick Keys? Just so you know, I'm not jiving you. Oh, we got to talk about what's going on here in Osai, California. All right, so let's check and see what we got going. All right, so check out the Phantom Surfer in the black surfboard. He actually is making some terrific turns on that wave. I think he's heading back to Carlsbad or Seabad, we call it. What else we got here? Oh, you remember It Keys? He's a binary. Not sure if he's a leprechaun, a human being, or alien from outer space. He actually decided he thought he looked better with pronoun keys earrings. So he looks more like a Christmas tree right now. So that's It Keys. And then we got pronoun keys. Pronoun keys. It looks like they're holding hands. Don't know what's going on there, but it and pronoun keys, and you know, pronoun keys is binary. Also, pronouns, not sure if it's a noun, verb, or an adverb, but pronoun and it have been hanging out together here recently. Oh, here's Me Keys. You guys remember Me Keys? Oh, well, before that, so you notice that they do have a Christmas tree right now. Production headquarters. So pronoun keys actually put a gift under the Christmas tree, hoping that maybe It Keys would get it, but it was her doll, or not a her. It was the things doll that put it on the tree for it, and it was so happy that it gave pronoun the 2 earrings shaped like a teardrop. Speaking of teardrops, we have Me Keys, and Me Keys, he's a binary also. Me Keys is not sure if Me Keys is a USA resident, illegal immigrant, or a gnome. So, speaking of gnomes, it looks like It Keys said it didn't really fit him. The gnome keys, he put it under the Christmas tree, hoping that Me Keys would get it, because the gnome keys that It Keys had actually looks more like Me Keys than him. So that's what's happening. Everyone's still masked up. Remember, we had that bad Transylvania COVID. So we got a call from Brandon, and Brandon told us that we should be masking up because they're not sure if the Transylvania COVID was made from bats or if it was made in the Transylvanian genetic lab. So we're just taking care of, make sure we don't catch it. So anyway, you know how to listen now. You go to Rick Keys, Keys, Rick Keys Music Caravan. Subscribe. Once you subscribe, there's a bell. Gets hard to talk and breathe with this mask on. So anyway, you know how to do it. There's a bell. Press that bell. That helps spread the good news of Rick Keys Music Caravan and all his family members to everyone in the world. There's also thumb icon. Press that. That does something too. I think that helps spread the news. Also, why they have 2 things doing the same. Not sure. Let me get a breath of air. And there's a like, dislike. Make sure you don't dislike it because that doesn't help Rick Keys at all. That would be very nice and not very nice. And you would probably get a big piece of coal or maybe a windmill in your stocking. And also, you can get Rick Keys Music Caravan on Facebook Meta and Twitter X. So stay tuned. Rick Keys Music Caravan coming up. We are Santa's own. Ho, 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 ho. Noel.